welcome to my channel ViewMath. Now let's see a problem. Find the reciprocal ratio of 5:8. This is the first subdivision, and the second subdivision is find the reciprocal ratio of x by 3:y/7. So first let me do the solution for the first subdivision. Find the reciprocal ratio of 5:8. We know that for any ratio A is to B where A comma B is not equal to 0, the reciprocal ratio is is 1 by A is to 1 by B, which is equal to B is to A. So with this one, we are going to find out the reciprocal ratio of 5:8. The reciprocal ratio of 5:8, where A comma B not equal to 0, here 5 comma 8 is not equal to 0. The reciprocal ratio is 1 by A is to 1 by B. So the reciprocal ratio of this is 1 by 5 is to 1 by 8, which is equal to 8 is to 5. So you can see B is to A. Here 8 is to 5. Let me explain how this is coming. Now the reciprocal ratio of 5:8 is just take the reciprocal of 5, 1 by 5, and then the reciprocal of 8 is 1 by 8. Now this can be written as 1 by 5 divided by 1 by 8. Now this is equal to 1 by 5 into, now if we take this to the numerator, it becomes 8 by 1, which is equal to 8 by 5, which is equal to 8:5. So this is a reciprocal ratio of 5:8. Now let me do the second subdivision. Find the reciprocal ratio of x by 3:y/7. Solution of the second subdivision. The reciprocal ratio of x by 3 is to y by 7. So first let me simplify this to be so that it will be easy for us to find out the reciprocal of this. Directly also we can find it, but if you simplify it, it will be easy for you. So this can be written as x by 3, the whole thing divided by y by 7. This is equal to x by 3. I am taking the denominator to the numerator, so I have to take the reciprocal 7 by y, which is equal to 7x by 3y. So this can be written as 7x is to 3y. Now the reciprocal ratio of now this one I have simplified, so I am going to take this 7x. This is nothing but the x by 3 is to y by 7 can also be written as 7x is to 3y. So the reciprocal ratio of 7x is to 3y is 1 by 7x is to 1 by 3y, which is equal to 3y is to 7x. So you can see the formula. The reciprocal ratio is just the reciprocal I am taking, and then just by cross multiplying, B is to A. Here also 1 by 7x, just the reciprocal of 7x is 1 by 7x and 3y is 1 by 3y. Now directly you can write this, or let me explain how you are getting this. 1 by 7x Now 1 by 7x is to 1 by 3y can be written as 1 by 7x divided by 1 by 3y. Now I'm going to take the reciprocal of this, the denominator. I'm bringing to the numerator, so I have to take the reciprocal. So it becomes 3y by 1, which is equal to 3y by 7x. So this can be written as 3y is to 7x. So you can do this calculation and you can write the reciprocal ratio, or simply you can write the reciprocal of 7x as 1 by 7x and 3y as 1 by 3y, and just you can write it as 3y is to 7x. Now let's see the next problem. If x plus 3 is to 4x plus 1 is a duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5, find the value of x. We already know the duplicate ratio of A is to B. The duplicate ratio of A is to B is A square is to B square. Here x plus 3 plus 4x plus 1 is a duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5. The duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5. So what is the duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5? The duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5 is 3 square is to 5 square. So this I am going to equate it to the x plus 3 is to 4x plus 1. What is given? If x plus 3 is to 4x plus 1 is the duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5. So I am going to equate this to the duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5. So I can write x plus 3 by 4x plus 1 is equal to the duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5. The duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5 is 3 square is to 5 square. So I can write it as 3 square by 5 square. So this is equal to x plus 3 by 4x plus 1 is equal to 3 square is 9 and 5 square is 25. So let me cross multiply. So now I'll be getting 25 into x plus 3 is equal to 9 into 4x plus 1. Let me multiply 25 into x plus 3 into 25 is 75 is equal to 9 into 4 is 36 x plus 9. Let me bring the x term to one side and the 75 and 9 to the other side. So 75 minus 9, I'm bringing this 9 to the left hand side. So 75 minus 9 is equal to 36x minus 25x. So I'll be getting 75 minus 9 is 66. This is equal to 36 minus 25 is 11x. So x is equal to 66 divided by 11. I'm bringing to the other side, it comes to the denominator. So 66 by 11. So x takes the value 6. So we have found out. So first what we are doing is we are equating x plus 3 is to 4x plus 1 to the duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5. The duplicate ratio of 3 is to 5 is 3 square is to 5 square. So I have equated, cross multiplied and simplified to find out the value of x. So in this problem we are getting the value of x is equal to 6. Now let's see the next problem. If m is to n is the duplicate ratio of m plus x is to n plus x, show that x square is equal to mn. Solution. What they are given is m is to n is a duplicate ratio of m plus x is to n plus x. N plus x they have given. They are asking us to prove x square is equal to mn. We already know that the duplicate ratio of m plus x is to n plus x is m plus x the whole square is to n plus x the whole square. Now I am going to equate the duplicate ratio to m is to n, because m is to n is a duplicate ratio of m plus x plus is to n plus x is given. So I'm going to equate it. So m by n is equal to m plus x the whole square by n plus x the whole square. So here this is a plus b the whole square. Here also a plus b the whole square formula I can use. We know that a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I'm going to use this formula. M by n is equal to m square plus x square plus 2ab. So 2mx divided by denominator n square plus x square plus 2nx. Now I'm going to cross multiply. M into n square plus x square plus 2nx is equal to n into m square plus x square plus 2mx. So let me multiply m and n inside. I'll be getting mn square plus mx square plus 2mnx is equal to nm square plus nx square plus 2mnx. So I can see 2mnx and 2mnx is common on both sides, so I can cancel. So I'll be left over with mn square plus mx square is equal to nm square plus nx square. Now I can see your x square term is a, x square term is a. Let me bring to the one side and remaining to the other side. I'll be getting mx square. I'm bringing this nx square to left hand side, so it becomes minus nx square is equal to nm square minus, I'm bringing this mn square to the other side, so it becomes negative mn square. Now here I can see x square is common. Let me take it outside. M minus n into x square is equal to, here mn is common. Let me take it outside. Mn into, here m is remaining minus here n is remaining. So I can see m minus n is common on both sides. So I can cancel m minus n. So I'll be getting x square is equal to mn. So hence proved. This only they are asking us to prove. So we have proved x square is equal to mn. Now let's see the next problem. If 3x minus 9 is to 5x plus 4 is the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4, find the value of x. So we know the triplicate ratio of A is to be the triplicate ratio of A is to B is A cube is to B cube. So in this problem what they have given, the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4. So the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4 is 3 cube is to 4 cube. So which is equal to 3 cube is 27 is to 4 cube is 4 into 4 into 4 is 64. Here in this problem it is given that 3x minus 9 is to 5x plus 4 is the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4. So let me equate it. 3x minus 9 by 5x plus 4 is the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4. Just now we found out the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4 is 27 is to 64. So let me equate it to 27 by 64. So again the same procedure, we are going to cross multiply. 64 into 3x minus 9 is equal to 27 into 5x plus 4. Now I am going to multiply 64 and 27 inside. So I'll be getting 64 into 3 is 192x minus 9 into 64 is 576. This is equal to 27 into 5 is 135x plus 4 into 27 is 108. So let me bring the x term to one side. 192x minus 135x is equal to, let me bring this 576 to the other side. I'll be getting 576 plus 108. So if I subtract this two, I'm getting 57x is equal to 684. Now x is equal to 684 by 57. So if I divide, I am getting x is equal to 12. In this problem, we have equated 3x minus 9 is to 5x plus 4 to the triplicate ratio of 3 is to 4, which is 27 is to 64. I am getting this. I have cross multiplied, simplified to find out the value of the x. So here the x value is x is equal to 12. Now let's see the next problem. Find the ratio compounded of the reciprocal ratio of 15 is to 28, the subduplicate ratio of 36 is to 49, and the triplicate ratio of 5 is to 8. So first we have to find out the reciprocal ratio, and then subduplicate ratio, and then triplicate ratio. After finding all these three, then we have to do the compound ratio. So first let me do the reciprocal ratio of 15 is to 28. The reciprocal ratio of A is to B is equal to 1 by A is to 1 by B, which is equal to B is to A. We know this, so I'm going to use the same form to find out the reciprocal ratio of 15 is to 28. The reciprocal ratio of 15 is to 28 is 1 by 15 is to 1 by 28, which is equal to 28 is to 15. Next, I am going to find out the subduplicate ratio of 36 is to 49. The subduplicate ratio of A is to B is equal to square root of A is to square root of B. So similarly, I am going to find out the subduplicate ratio of 36 is to 49. The subduplicate ratio of 36 is to 49 is square root of 36 is to square root of 49, which is equal to square root of 36 is 6 and square root of 49 is 7. So it is 6 is to 7. Next, I have to find out the triplicate ratio of 5 is to 4. The triplicate ratio of A is to B is equal to A cube is to B cube. So I'm going to find out the triplicate ratio of 5 is to 4. The triplicate ratio of 5 is to 4 is equal to 5 cube is to 4 cube, which is equal to 5 cube is 125 is to 4 cube is 64. Now I have to find the ratio compounded. So I have to find out the compound ratio of all these three. Therefore, the compounded ratio is the first ratio is 28 is to 15. So I have to take the compounded ratio is 28 into antecedent 6 into 125 is to, next I have to take the consequent 15 into 7 into 64. So I cannot leave it like this, I have to simplify. So let me simplify. 7 1 times, 7 4 times. Now 4 1 times, 4 16 times. Next 2 3 times, 2 8 times. 3 1 times, 3 5 times. 5 1 times, 5 25 times. So the compounded ratio is 25 is to 8. Now let's see the next problem. If r square is equal to pq, show that p is to q is a duplicate ratio of p plus r is to q plus r. They have asked us to show. Now in this problem, what is given is, given if r square is equal to pq. So what is given is r square is equal to pq. They have given. They are asking us to show that, to prove, what they are asking us to prove is, show that p is to q is a duplicate ratio of p plus r is to q plus r. So they are asking us to prove p by q is equal to the duplicate ratio of p plus r. The duplicate ratio is p plus r the whole square and q plus r the whole square. This they are asking us to prove. So let me take the proof part. I'm going to take the right hand side. This is my right hand side. I'm going to show that the right hand side is equal to left hand side. Consider the right hand side. That is p plus r the whole square by q plus r the whole square. This is nothing but the duplicate ratio of p plus r is to q plus r, which is equal to p plus r the whole square is, we know the formula, a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. I am going to use the same this formula to expand p plus r the whole square. So it is p square plus r square plus 2pr divided by, denominator also the same formula, q square plus r square plus 2qr. Now what is given is r square is equal to pq they have given. I am going to substitute instead of r square pq. P square plus r square they have given as pq plus 2pr divided by, again I am going to substitute r square as pq, q square plus pq plus 2qr given r square is equal to pq. Now I can see in the numerator p is common, the p term is common, so I am going to take it outside, p. So inside the bracket p plus, I have taken this p outside, so q plus, again I have taken the p, so the remaining is 2r. Similarly, I can see q is common in the denominator. I am going to take it outside, q plus p plus 2r. Now I can see in the numerator and denominator p plus q plus 2r is the common term, so I am going to cancel this term. So I am left over with p by q. So we have proved that the duplicate ratio of P plus R, that is P plus R the whole square by Q plus R the whole square is equal to P by Q, that is equal to P is to Q. We have proved. Hence proved. Now let's see the next problem. If P minus X is to Q minus XP, the duplicate ratio of P is to Q, then show that 1 by P plus 1 by Q is equal to 1 by X. So what they have given is, they have given P minus X is to Q minus X is the duplicate ratio of P by Q. The duplicate ratio of P is to Q is P square is to Q square. So P minus X is to Q minus X is a duplicate ratio of P is to Q they have given. So I can write it as P minus X by Q minus X is equal to the duplicate ratio of P is to Q. The duplicate ratio of P is to Q is P square is to Q square. Now they are asking us to show 1 by P plus 1 by Q is equal to 1 by X. So have got this. So let me cross multiply. Q square into P minus X is equal to P square into Q minus X. Let me multiply it inside. I'll be getting Q square P minus Q square X is equal to P square Q minus P square X. Let me bring the X terms to one side and the remaining to the other side. I will be getting Q square P minus P square Q. I am bringing this term to the left hand side. So it is negative P square Q. I am bringing Q square X to the right hand side. I am getting Q square X minus P square X. So I can see in these two terms PQ is common. Let me take it outside. PQ. So I am left over with Q in the first term and the second term it is P. So this is equal to X is common. Let me take it outside. So it X into Q square minus P square. Now I can use the formula A square minus B square is equal to A plus B into A minus B. So here Q square minus P square, I can use this formula and expand. So I'll be getting PQ Q minus P is equal to X into Q square minus P square. I'm going to use this formula. So I'm getting Q plus P into Q minus P. So I can see Q minus P and Q minus P is common on both the sides. I'm going to cancel this term. So I'm having PQ is equal to X into Q plus P. So I need to show 1 by X on one side and remaining to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this X to the left hand side. I'll be getting PQ by X is equal to Q plus P. Now I'm going to bring this Q plus QP to the other side. I'll be getting 1 by X is equal to Q plus P by PQ. Now I'm going to split the denominator. I'll be getting Q by PQ plus P by PQ. Now Q is common, I can cancel. So I'll be getting 1 by P plus P is common. If I cancel, I'll be getting 1 by Q. So 1 by X is equal to 1 by P plus 1 by Q. Hence proved.